Why you should not wait for the rates to drop to purchase your first home. I am Greg Liu, your Black Belt Realtor, and today we are going to talk about why you should not wait for the interest rates to drop to buy your first home. Waiting for rates to go down can do more harm than help. When rates go down, more people flood the market. They've also been waiting for rates to go down, and you can afford a more expensive home because the lower the rate, the cheaper the payment. You can potentially get a higher payment, which can get you a higher mortgage, which means you can get a more expensive home. But unfortunately, all of the homes are going to be more expensive because once you have more people flooding the market, that same home is going to have more buyers. And when that home has more buyers, there's more offers, and it's bringing the prices up. It could bring it up so high that your mortgage payment on a lower rate is higher than the lower loan balance at a higher rate. So why are we waiting for rates to come down before we make our purchase? Instead, what you should be doing is finding out what you can afford with today's rates and make sure you are comfortable with that payment long term. You also have to consider that taxes and insurance may go up each year. What you are hoping to happen is for the rates to come down, but not for you to jump into the market, but for you to refinance later. You see, if you get in now when the rates are a little bit higher, you can get into a home that you know you could afford on a 30-year mortgage. And then when rates come down, you can refinance to a lower interest rate. And if rates do not come down, you are locked in at the rate that you started with. You are also locked in with your principal and interest payment. I have seen people on the sidelines since 2020. After the big COVID spike, the rates went down, real estate went crazy, and I saw on social media plenty of people saying, don't buy now, you'd be crazy. Well, turns out you were crazy not to buy. People have interest rates in the 2% and the home prices skyrocketed. Now the interest rates fluctuate. They're somewhere between 6, 7.5 over the last year, let's say. Do I think 2% is coming back? I don't think it's coming back in our lifetime. But I can assure you that if it does, the value of the homes are going to skyrocket. But if we want to be reasonable, maybe they'll come back down into the 5s. If they do come back down to the 5s, there's going to be a lot of buyers pricing up these homes. And if you purchased in the 6s or 7s, you're going to have a good opportunity to refinance. In conclusion, the one thing I don't want to say is buy the home now with the high rate because you can always refinance later, because that's not true. There's an opportunity, you can take the refinance, but there may not be a refinance opportunity. For all we know, the rates just stay the same forever. I highly doubt it, and I'm sure you do too. So what I would suggest is getting a qualified real estate agent like me, connect with a lender, and find out what you can afford right now, and make sure that's something you can afford long term. And if the rates come down, it's a bonus. I am a former lender. I'm now 20 years in the industry. But if you'd like to connect to a qualified lender who does all different types, we have VA, FHA, conventional, DSCR for investors, non-QM, other non-QM products, just shoot me a text or an email, give me a ring, and I can get you connected and started on your journey. Thank you for watching. This is Greg Liu, your Black Belt Realtor, and I'll see you in the next video.